$5 Games presents Going Under. I don't know why, but for some reason I was expecting different graphics when I saw the previews for this game. It's not like the title artwork of a game really needs to match gameplay graphics. In fact, it frequently doesn't. So it's simply inexplicable why this one in particular bothers me. Anyways, Going Under's plot is that you are an intern who got hired for a marketing position at Fizzle. However, your manager deceitfully goads you into doing something other than marketing, which is fighting monsters. Although in real life, with the peculiar frequency, I often see and hear of jobs that don't end up being what was actually listed on the job board. It's not the manager being manipulative like in the game, but rather a company's tendency towards tradition rather than effective, clear communication. In the game, there are dungeons beneath the company that were businesses that all went under after being acquired by Cubicle. And guess what? Fizzle, the company that just hired you, has recently been acquired by Cubicle. So yeah, you can basically see the framework of the rest of the plot. Gameplay wise, it's a third-person roguelite action game. You pick up things found in the environment as weapons and use them until they break. The randomly generated map is fairly basic, at least early on, as each floor only contains a couple of rooms. The more unique rooms include one that temporarily curses you for a bunch of upgrades, and one that sells a sheet of paper which lets you transform a monster into a collectible entry in your notebook. Essentially, it's a bestiary, a way to prolong the achievement of getting 100%, and a spot to use your long-lasting currency after you've bought all of the upgrades. Buying an ability doesn't give you that ability per se, but rather unlocks it as an option in the dungeon. And then after randomly acquiring the ability enough, you're able to equip it at the start. Although I think you can only pick one to equip. I didn't play the game enough to actually unlock an ability to use at the start of a run. There are side quests which level up their respective side quest giver. Doing so allows you to choose them as your mentor and make use of their abilities, or at least as many as you've unlocked with that mentor. And I noticed that although my manager gives me quests, he can't be my mentor for whatever reason. Almost as if he'll wind up as a bad guy or something. So yeah, that's the game. I struggled with the controls with my first few lives, but I got a hang of it and was able to complete the first dungeon without issue. The best part of the game is its satirical humor, and in that sense it's worth playing. Although I did have to turn off the motion blur all soon as I started playing. That was getting a little messy. It was very artistic, but it was just kind of messy. Anyways, consider picking the game up if you're in the mood for a smoothie that contains a crackling joke.